Well, what's more healthy, growth or no growth? I think we all know.
Growth.
Thank you. Wow, you won.
I did it? Did I get it right?
Yes, you ding, ding, ding. Where's
Growing
the buzzer?
my breast tissue.
Oh, f*** you. Yeah, everybody. Hey, it's Lisa Lampanelli, and this is Shrink This with Lisa Lampanelli. With me today, it's my creative assistant, Nick Scopoletti. Say hello, Nick.
Hey, it's me. I got a promotion.
That's what I got. It's a good Italian.
I did it.
Yes, Nick, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok
At
Nick Scopes.
I love how you stare at yourself.
I just hate seeing myself on
Okay,
camera.
what are you looking at? No, seriously, you guys don't even understand.
Cuts to me,
okay.
And it, look.
Oh, see, I can't see anything because I'm just looking at.
I see the fucking.
Wait, I have to turn around. Hold on. So what's happening? Oh, hi.
Ooh.
Oh, my God. Wait, but you're always looking at it while you're talking.
Yeah, I hate it. I got to start
But
looking.
why look at it if you hate it?
I don't know. It's just like a car crash. You can't look away.
That's true. I've seen that face. So, okay. So this is a topic that I wanted to do for a while because it plagued me for so many years. Today I want to talk about family traditions, friend traditions, holiday traditions, any tradition. Because I feel like in society, we are told we have to, quote, keep up traditions. And it's like, wait a minute, what if no one else wants to keep it up and we're the only one upholding it? Or what if everyone kind of senses, wow, this thing's outlived its usefulness. We should stop or change it up or do it differently.
Right.
And do it with the intention of like, hey, this isn't somebody just trying to recapture their youth with their family. They're trying to do new traditions. And I think the word tradition is so loaded because we feel like failures if we don't carry them on. So I wanted to talk about, and we got a lot of letters from people who are sort of going through the same thing of like, when should I let things go? When is it okay to just like go, ooh, I don't have to do anything. I basically consider my ass at Christmas if that's where I find peace and how I want to live. Are you familiar with this type of subject, Nicholas?
Yeah, the holidays for my family was always a point of contention.
Wait, always? Like growing up? Or just as an adult?
As an adult, I would say. As a kid, it was fun because it didn't really matter. But then logistically, it got a little, without going to the whole story, just we always had to go, it was always the driving issue, right?
Wait.
We've talked about
this. You had to drive from where to where?
So it was Thanksgiving in particular, but it was, my grandmother lived in New Rochelle, New York. Okay. So every Thanksgiving day, so the night before, usually in college especially, I would go out with my friends.
Yep, always get hammered.
God, fucking go out. The next day.
To the Sea Grape? Did you go to the Sea Grape? That was
No, I forget where we would go, though. It was
definitely one of those.
Marissa's in Trumbull.
Oh, okay,
we used to go
okay.
there for a few. But I would have to drive from Monroe, Connecticut, down to New Rochelle, New York, pick up my grandmother, then drive to upstate New York past Albany.
To
my
Brewster, New
house.
York.
No,
Yes.
my cousin's house. It was in a
Dobbs Ferry?
No, it's past Albany. It was like Schenectady.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's far. Okay.
Schenectady, Schoharie, whatever it was called. Go up there, battle the Tappan Zee Bridge the whole time, and we would stay overnight and then stay the next day and have to leave. So the pain in the ass thing that we used to do every year was, again, I had to go from Monroe to New Rochelle. And one year, I suggested, you know what? Why would I go down to New Rochelle and then battle through the Tappan Zee? I said to my grandmother, I go, how about this year? You drive up to Monroe. And I'll drive you from there. We skipped the Tappan. She used to complain every year about the traffic.
Right.
And I was too tired, and I was like, this is insane. I go, you come an hour here. I do the 3 hours up, the 3 hours back. You don't have to worry about nothing. And up in arms.
Oh, yes.
You don't want to come pick me up? What? I don't do enough for you?
Oh, yes. And then the guilt comes.
I wanted to kill myself, dude. It was a nightmare.
And with people like that, it's impossible to say. A shrink told me years ago that the 5 most powerful words, and the only words you ever really need, are "that doesn't work for me." So if you truly feel that drive doesn't work for you, that should be enough. Like, it has to be case closed. But when it comes to family and traditions, it's so heated and such a hot button issue that people get very emotional over it. I mean, I remember when we sort of stopped celebrating Easter, it was like me kicking and screaming. I love, or at least loved, I'm learning to, let it go, every holiday, meaning Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, July 4th, Memorial Day, and Labor Day. There was always something to do specifically on those days that involved family. So I remember we still do Thanksgiving and Christmas sort of similarly as we always have. But I remember the first year that Easter wasn't going to happen because I don't think people, like Catholics, it used to be the biggest holiday. Yeah. They used to say Easter's more important than Christmas because Jesus rose. He was just born on Christmas. That's not important. He didn't do anything, but he fucking rose. So you would have to go to like the fire department and get buy plants for your moms and aunts and grandmothers. Because I always, for some reason, held them at these fire stations. So it seemed like a cute little thing. You'd go buy all these elderly aunts and things, these flowers and like plants and like lilacs and tulips. And then you'd have like the church thing with your family and then the Easter egg hunt and then the Easter baskets and an Easter dinner. So it was like a big deal in a lot of Catholics' lives and definitely mine and our family. But I kind of felt like, I sensed after my parents, or right before my parents passed, I was like, I bet that's going to be the first one to go. I think Easter's going to be not as observed as the other ones. So I remember the first year I get a call from my sister and she says they're going to go on a cruise because it coincides with their school vacation. Right. She's a teacher. And I was... externally, of course, I'm like, no, that's great. Oh my God, you deserve it. Have fun, girl. Get your groove on, which I didn't say any of that. I was just like, oh my God, great. Have fun. But inside, it felt like the biggest loss and death ever because I was like, oh no. Like once that one goes, what about the next one and the next one? When in reality, like if Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Easter and all the rest disappeared, we'd figure it out. I'd figure out how to make peace with it somehow. I'd work it through. But it was so like it almost felt like I was getting stabbed in the heart, like, oh, Easter's gone. So for the first year, I tried to like scare up people to do Easter with. And it worked-ish for 2 years, like with 6 people. But it felt sad that it was only 6 instead of like 40. And then last year, I remember no one wanted to do anything. So I texted my brother and his wife and I go, hey, if you're around for Easter, if you want to get brunch somewhere. And we went to brunch, then went on a walk, which I never walk. I have a fully established hatred of any type of movement. But they wanted to. And I was like, sure. And it was a gorgeous day. I was like, oh, that was nice. And it was me just having to work on loosening the hold of like, I want traditions like mommy and daddy had. Mm. It's always come. My mother was so vigilant about doing it the way her parents did it. So she was like, my voice saying like mommy and daddy did it is her voice saying it about her parents. Yeah. So it all felt sad to let go of it. It still kind of has a little tinge of like, ooh, well, we're not doing anything. But then it kind of, I think you have to really, or at least I did, have to meaningfully work it through of what it really means inside to me to let it go and not be either resentful or angry or just sad about it.
Yeah, I definitely think for me, the traditions are, I like them, but at the same time I get a little like, I'm like, oh, let's just keep it loose. Like we should all just be having fun, right? Like it's whatever. Like one of the points, again, another point of contention, but this is mostly when I was younger. My grandmother used to really get on me about what I wore to holidays.
Oh my God.
If I wasn't in khakis and a button down, I mean,
yeah.
What are you wearing jeans for? Everyone else it's tradition. You're supposed to, and I would be like, shut up. Who cares? Like when I was a teenager, I was like, doesn't matter. It's just like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So I used to be like, nah, just do it different. It's cool. Like whatever. So I go back and forth on that. And now, and I'm not like, I mean, I'm an adult, but I don't have like a family and I'm not going to Easters with like my own, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like
right.
I don't have, so I'm not like worried about traditions yet. I'm just like, I show up and we all hang out. Who cares?
Yeah. I definitely feel like last year's the first year I loosened up on that because it was like I was fighting tooth and nail for something no one else wanted or valued. And it's like, but then it's not, I had to really look internally and go, it's not my job to make them like and want the same things I like and want. And by the way, once you start doing that, you go, wait a minute, what am I trying to do? Oh, I'm trying to recreate something that happened, 50, 40 years ago, but they can never happen that way again because those people aren't here anymore. Your grandparents are gone. You're in a different house. My grandparents, I pass their old house every day because it's on the way to my house. And I'm like, oh, they're not there anymore. My parents aren't here anymore. So really, you're never going to recapture that holiday.
No.
And it's a corny saying, but it's true. Don't weep that you no longer had it. Smile because you'd had it at one point.
Right.
I'm sure I bastardized the quote, but it's like, wow, you're lucky enough that you had these memories.
Yeah.
So until I could use the gratitude of like, you're fucking lucky that up until you were probably 58,
Yeah.
like Easter was a big effing deal, and
Right,
the Easter egg hunts with the kids and all that cuteness. And now it's like everybody goes, well, now establish traditions of your own. I would even argue or maybe you don't have to. Maybe you could just see what happens year to year. So I remember last year, at July 4th also had always had a real thing to me because we used to always go to my brother's. The kids were always in a parade. And they would barbecue. My brother's family is the least high maintenance people, so casual. You never felt any stress. It was always my parents and me and them. And they just have all these things set up to play. And the kids had so much fun. And these are like teenagers, so they were like really fun to hang out with still. And I'm like, well, those kids all live in different parts of the country now. My parents are gone. Uh-oh. I go, let me have a July 4th where I experiment on staying home. Because also with good weather, it's pressure to have fun. And also,
100%.
I've never been a good weather person who needs to do outdoor things. I lived on the water for years and never went in the water because I just hate the sand, but I lived on a private beach. It's mentally ill. So I said, let me see what this is like. And 3 weeks before, I'll never forget, my friend Anthony, who's, one of my oldest friends, known him forever, he says, and how perfect is this? He goes, me and David, his husband, me and David are having a few people over for July 4th. We'd like you to come. We're doing it our way. We cook outside, but eat inside. I said, I'm in. Because I don't have to deal with a fly. I don't have to deal with a fucking wind or a breeze. And none of that shit.
Citronella candles.
Oh my God. I literally showed up at their house at noon. I left at 9 at night. We were having so much fun. And by fun, it's my type of fun, like games and like silly conversation and just having a good time. And I go, boy, if I didn't let up on but I have to recreate that memory of what we used to do with my brother, and why don't I just chase one of the kids around the country and go to Cincinnati and see those guys and force this tradition, I wouldn't have been open to that other thing.
Yeah, it's fun, man. Sometimes letting go is just the
It's
best.
all letting go.
Yeah.
That's Anthony, actually, the same guy, had given me a bracelet one year that said the balance of life is what we hold on to and what we let go. So I held on to the good memories, but it took years of me working out being sad over it, but then it stops being sad suddenly, which is really nice because I can't live where I'm holding on so tight to a dream that's never going to happen again.
Yeah, my grandmother used to do that too, and it would stress everyone out, especially me. She'd be like, let's stay the next day for Thanksgiving for turkey sandwiches, and everyone else is leaving. She's like, it's tradition. I go, we're the only ones that stay.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's over. Like, they hosted us. We were here all day yesterday.
Yeah.
I think Uncle Jimmy is annoyed. He just wants his house
back. Yeah.
It's like, but we stay and we do this. It's like, no, we got to go. I want to go. Let's leave.
Well, and also you probably haven't experienced this yet because of age. When you actually lighten up and not force a tradition, people end up staying longer in the right way. So in other words, with Anthony lightening up and having this silly steaks inside, don't worry, we don't have to deal with a bug. You end up staying longer and look at your watch, go, Jesus Christ, it's 8, 9 o'clock. How'd this go by so fast? My house for Christmas last year, I remember, I thought everybody was going to leave around 6, and I thought I would have killed to have them stay till midnight. My brother and his kids were like, we want to stay a little longer. And it was probably because I wasn't giving off a vibe of please stay. I'm desperate for you to stay. And they were so relaxed. And I said, oh, it's because I lightened up. People would rather be around the person who's lightened up than be around the person who's forcing a tradition.
Right.
You know? And I just got to really maintain that because it's never going to go back to what it was.
Right.
You know, about 3 years ago when Leona, my great niece, was first born, and she may be 1, and Elliot, my great nephew, is about 6 months. I was down in Richmond where one of them lives, and my brother had put together this big Easter egg hunt. It was like 2 weeks in advance of Easter because he wasn't going to be there for Easter. And I was like, oh my God, we can do holidays on different days, you mean? Like it had never dawned on me till 3 years ago that, oh my God, like it doesn't have to be on the day of.
Right.
And I was like, that felt more like Easter than anything in years because we were doing the stuff with the vibe that was internally warm.
100%. My family, honestly, my dad's side does that now.
Yeah.
It's to the point where, I mean, at one point, both of my cousins were married and one still is, and she has her kids, and like, she'll go see the in-laws, and like my uncle has his in-laws. Like my dad and my other aunt are single, so it's whatever. So like a lot of years, we won't even do the holiday on the day of. It'll be like, say, Christmas. Like It'll be like, hey, how's January 8th for everyone? Saturday? And we're like, good.
You mean the Feast of the Kings?
Yeah, we do it then.
Yeah, you frickin' Italian. But here's the question. What do you do then on the day of? I'm curious.
Pretty chill, man. I mean, for me...
Does that feel good to you?
I always get invited. I've been lucky enough, even though I don't have a lot of immediate family, it's just my dad and I. I've been lucky enough. I always get invited to people's homes, friends' homes.
Right. And it always does come up.
Yeah.
No one, if you make it known, not in a needy way, but in the way of, hey, I'm going to experiment staying home on Christmas. You'll get 3-4 invitations because people are like, oh, well, I like them. They're pleasant. Yeah. And again, I think the kind of would be cool to kind of say no once in a while too. And just see how it feels.
For sure. This year, me and my dad do it a lot is, we'll do like a Jewish Christmas.
Yeah.
It's Christmas Day. We go get Chinese food, me and him.
Yeah.
He comes to the house. We chill. And my dad, he doesn't even stay. Like, it's kind of funny. Like, he goes for a few hours, and he'll sit down for an hour. We'll talk, and he'll go, okay, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be alone, too. And I'll turn on a movie and just chill.
Well, I remember how I do, the only tradition I have other than like the family dinners and stuff is for Valentine's Day. Even though I could care less about Valentine's Day, for some reason, one year I had a dinner and Valentine making party with my friends, like 12 people. And it's just so funny and dumb because it's all like the cards get dirty and it's fun and nobody's crafty except one person. The rest of us suck. That it's like the third year we did it this year, but then it's never on Valentine's Day. So I go, oh, I don't have a Valentine, nor do I want one. My gay friend Bobby, who's single, I just go, hey, you want to go see The Brutalist? Which is, by the way, a 4-hour, horrifyingly depressing movie.
Holocaust
movie. And what's weird is it wasn't playing that day because no one's going to see that on Valentine's Day. So we went to some horror film instead. But I was like, oh, it's really fine to do stuff. Not everyone's a couple. Not everyone's Catholic and has a family who does a Christmas like that. Some people are at the movies. And I just admire the open-mindedness because I was very closed-minded about things have to be this certain way. And it's almost like now I have to take the feeling that I liked from the past holiday. So say with July 4th, I like the feeling of being included, like the feeling of it's warm out, but I don't have to be outside. I like the feeling of it was funny. There was a lot of laughter, I remember, at my brother's house. Okay. That's what I want to create with somebody else, like friends, or by myself. And those things can all be created. So it's basically taking the feeling and being responsible for my own life. So I think that's how I could get my head more around the whole thing.
Yeah, I love it. I love this journey for you.
Naked is such a journey.
All right, this is from Fiona from Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, I'm thinking that's a girl.
Gross.
Married to Shrek.
Probably. Dear Lisa, ever since we were kids, my family has gone to Maine for 2 weeks every summer.
God, that sounds like hell. I mean, I love my family.
Maine in the summer's great.
No, but 2 weeks around anyone at all.
Oh, you just mean people
No,
in general.
I just mean like.
I thought you meant Maine in particular.
Can you imagine sharing a bathroom with someone in the family for more than a day?
Their ass smells.
No, but I can't stand that forced together. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Fully
My
respect.
brother and I, in our families, have continued this tradition, but a few weeks ago, he told me he was skipping this year and going to Spain with his family instead.
Pretentious Euro trash.
I'm going to
bitch.
Spain.
Oh, hi, I'm getting it in the ass.
Yeah, do you like
España
architecture
and
and
el
paella,
baño
pussy?
and el anal.
More anal. It's just me and him now, and I'm really hurt that he's breaking our family tradition. Is it fair to be pissed at him? Thanks.
Okay, it's not fair.
Okay.
It's okay to be hurt, but it is not his job to heal that hurt for you. So like I was saying before, when my sister decided to go on a cruise a bunch of years ago, and I was all butthurt about it, it's not her job to continue a tradition that doesn't work for her. It also is, I'm an adult. It's not her job to heal my wounds. It's for me to take it to a therapist or to a book or whatever I'm working on and say, I wonder why that feels so bad. And maybe later, years later, they could talk about it and just go, wow, it's really hurt that time. And I realized you get to do what you want with your family. I get to do what I want. And it did sting a little and it kind of felt bad, but I'm so glad I worked it through. Because It's not everyone's job to caretake your feelings. That's just codependent.
100%. It's not. It's also like you and your brother are adults now. You each have your own families. Like he has his own. If his wife or his kids are like, we really want to go to Spain, and he's like, no, I have to for my sister.
Right. You don't want anyone doing anything just for you, because then you end up hoping they don't resent you. You don't want to be caretaken like an old person. I remember during COVID, no one could be around my mom because she was so old. I got tested a lot, and I'm single with no kids. So they're like, well, if you get tested, you can go and do stuff. So I'd say to my mom, because there was like an Easter, a Mother's Day, a July 4th, like all that during COVID. And I was like, oh, it's just going to be me and her, which, by the way, was so much fun because my mother did not like to talk. She just liked to play cards. And I would be like, I'm going to bring you dinner and we're going to fucking play cards. And it was a blast. Again, I wouldn't have been open to that tradition if what is it called? COVID? What is the thing called? What is this disease? You know that fake disease they created?
Yeah, the fake one.
I know, right?
Oh,
no, when you Southern bumpkin. It's like, if that hadn't come along, I wouldn't have had those memories with my mom. It's like don't allow anything else to grow. And P.S., maybe, and again, she's 150% allowed to feel sad. Not allowed to put it on him.
Right.
Maybe talk about it later when you've resolved it within yourself. Maybe figure out, wow, is this kind of a sign from the universe that let's see what happens with just my family?
Yeah. And it's like, it's what they want to do. It's their own. They have to. That's cool. You guys have your memories, and that's great. And like maybe the next, like he wants to go to Spain this year, and the next year it's Maine, and then the next year he wants to go to Italy. Like
you just can't prescribe to someone else what to do.
It's like it's also like I noticed my friends doing this when they had children. Because when my friends had children, those are now the grandkids. So the grandkids are the stars of the show.
Oh yeah,
right. So like back in the day, I remember in particular my friend Anthony always had he comes from a big family, him and his wife, and their parents are divorced. So it was like hitting 4 different houses in a day, and they all live in the same area.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to go here. We got to go here. Guess what? When they had their grandkids, they were like, you come here on this day, or we're not going anywhere.
Well, yeah.
And it became a new thing. It's like,
right.
I'm not going to do the thing. You want to come see the grandkids? We will be home with them opening presents, and we'll have dinner at this time. Cool?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Which is, by the way,
tone.
literally like how it's supposed to be. Like you're not supposed to be dragging 2-year-olds out, and making.
Yeah, they're miserable too.
Yeah.
They have a routine. They have to nap. The food. It's like whenever he had to go anywhere with them, or even when I spent a whole day one time with my buddy and his twin girls when they were probably 2 or 3, and I was like, by 7 p.m. I was like, dude. Like, you do this every day.
I get
why
the
equipment you have to bring is insane.
Oh, I know. And they get to be the ones people take care of. Meaning, like as a parent, it's like, oh yeah, we'll come to you. Like the grandparents should come there.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh, let our kid have a break from cleaning up after his 2-3 kids, you know? So I think it's just everybody thinks they got to get all mad. But what's at the root of the anger is that you're sad, frustrated, feeling pushed aside, feeling forgotten, feeling like you don't count. And by the way, an emotionally healthy, yeah, I'm all those things. I go through all those whenever something fades away like this. But that's not for them to solve. Because we did an episode recently on when is it enough? How many holidays is enough then? No matter how much, suppose he was like, you know what, okay, you're right, fuck Spain, we're going to go to your house, the house in Maine. She has no chance of working on that self-esteem problem that's making her cling on too much.
100%.
I wouldn't have grown at all in self-worth if people kept like placating me and going, okay, so we'll just do what you want to do. Then you don't work on your shit and you carry it into where you're your grandmother, poor thing, who couldn't even see past getting picked up every time she went somewhere.
Yeah, that was her. And another thing that just came to my head that she used to do a lot. She had a penthouse in Pelham where she lived. 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2-story, the spiral staircase. She bought it in the 90s for like nothing, and it was worth a lot. But she held on to it too long because she didn't want to let it go.
Yep.
Now, this is a woman who's had a lot of loss. Her only daughter dies of cancer. She has one grandson, which is my dumbass.
Oh,
right?
God, it's tragic.
What a nightmare. And she starts drinking,
Did
whatever.
I mention how tragic that is? That you are the heir to this? Oy.
The heir to the throne.
Oy.
But to stay in that, to keep the tradition alive and to stay in that apartment, she was like, well, the family comes here. It's nice. And I was like, but you're going broke staying here. There's no reason. There's no one.
But here's the problem with you as a man.
Okay.
And it's not you. It's a lot of men
right.
and rational women too. It was never about thinking your way out of it or telling her how to think or,
100%.
Hey, Grandma, be logical. Grandma was stuck in, they owe me. I did this tradition for them and they have to do it for me. So really the only argument is like, yeah, you get to hold on to it as long as you want.
Yeah.
But then you don't get to complain about it. Like that's
that was
the problem.
That was the tough. That was the part, right?
Right.
Was I have to put a reverse mortgage? You have to put a reverse mortgage on your house?
Well, victim.
I was like,
so that's why I realize a lot of that stuff about, oh my God, they don't want to do insert holiday here anymore. It's like that's putting me in victim mode. Like I'm a victim of their whims. No, but I'm not a victim if I go, ooh, what did it feel like? Let me do that for myself. And the first few years, it's a little wonky and wobbly. And then you suddenly are like, that was pretty good. I remember the first year because it was COVID. Remember they had COVID? And nobody could do anything New Year's Eve. And I remember going, oh, man, that's weird. Because I never liked New Year's Eve, but I felt I should do something. I remember staying home. I had the gayest New Year's ever. I watched In the Heights and The Prom on Netflix.
ooh.
I looked at my watch. It was 12:30. It was done. I was like, that was so much fun.
Did you kiss anybody at midnight?
My dog, I totally tongued him and gave him anal. So I strap it on for that dog. Like, that's love.
Yeah, you fuck a dog. That makes sense.
Like, yeah.
Cornhole a dog. Baby.
Thank you. Cornhole a Collie. That's my new charity. Collecting money for dildos for animals. You're welcome.
They deserve pleasure, too.
All right, so we solved your problem.
Yeah.
Work on yourself and have a nice, peaceful time in Maine, and maybe your brother will die in a plane crash. Go ahead.
Oh, my God.
Probably will.
Okay. Hey, Lisa.
Hi.
Huge fan.
No, you're not, liar.
I am. My name is Marissa. I'm 34, living in Queens.
Oh.
And my family takes Thanksgiving way too seriously.
Oh, boy.
Oh, this already gives me... This, by the way, real quick, marrying a woman like this is my fucking nightmare.
Then you better make sure whoever you date has dead parents.
I'll talk about another thing after this before I forget, but anyway. So they take Thanksgiving way too seriously. Like assigned roles and printed itinerary serious.
Oh, that's very...
I want to stop
That's
reading
out of
this.
a bad movie. That's not right. You shouldn't do that.
This sucks.
Anyway, God
my
forbid.
cousin tried to bring mac and cheese last year, and my aunt acted like she pissed on the turkey.
I mean, she did.
She did. I mean, that's where you get the flavor.
Yeah, it's true.
And God forbid someone suggests we don't do the exact same menu from 1986.
Those were very good years,
this is
Nick.
so funny and
Shut
true.
up. Those were good years.
I wasn't born yet. My uncle said changing the stuffing recipe was disrespectful to our ancestors.
Oh, do you mean the Mayflower relatives that you came in?
Native American? Relax,
I fucking
dude.
hate the whole ancestor. How about the Italians? They want to put sausage in it.
Well, that's great.
See? So we can change
Dude,
things
by the
up.
way, one year, me and my family, we did Mexican food on Thanksgiving because everyone said, fuck it.
Oh, my God.
Everyone's like, no one wants to do this shit. Enough. And it was great. Anyway.
Okay.
And then she goes, it's stuffing. It's not sacred text. I love a good tradition, but not when it feels like a hostage situation with cranberry sauce.
Well, yeah,
Marissa.
see, that's the thing. When people start feeling put upon, that's the time to like pull the reins in a little bit. You know?
It's a lot, man.
It's like
too much.
what's crazy is if people just knew that at the root of all that activity, they're just trying to capture the memory of the past. And the memory, guess what, is in there. It will live forever. So I remember one of my best Thanksgivings was I was just out of college. I was renting like a house in Monroe, I think, Connecticut, or somewhere like that. And my brother was coming home, and it was the day before Thanksgiving. He was coming home from college. And I remember Hungry Heart by Bruce Springsteen. He loved that song. We loved The Clash, Rock the Casbah. So we had all the vinyl records. It's the day before Thanksgiving. They're on the record player at my mom's house. And she's cooking and yelling about the turkey. And Lenny, help me with basting this fucking thing, whatever. And my brother's just laughing and singing along. And I'm like, that memory lives there. I literally know what my brother was wearing. That is enough.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is that trying desperately to recapture that. If I was so insane, and again, people who do this fully respect, but if I said, okay, so we're going to like make the turkey like mom did. I'm going to get the record player. We're going to put the records on and we're going to dance around. And it's like, you're nuts. It's like, that's a little wacky. So, but the good thing is, if her family and she could just get their heads around, it lives inside of us. The memories really never go, and we can't recapture it because my brother's no longer 17 years old in college, and I'm not like, living in a rental house in Monroe. And like, it was the years when everybody had seen probably the movies where every hipster has a movie camera and you're making films because you have your punk hair, like all that stuff. Like, it's never going to be that time again.
Right.
But boy, it's nice that it happened.
Yeah, I think I used to do, I think for me, I remember the year of 2012 was like such a fun, amazing year for me and my friends. We all went out all the time and it was great. And it was right when everyone got home from college.
Yep.
And you're making money now. And like, you're like, this is wild. And you're all home again. And then when that started to dissipate, when people started to move in with each other and get married and relationships and move away, I had like a real tough time with like, oh man, like I know this isn't a holiday, but like,
It feels like one.
I was like, shit, dude, like it's over. Like this is over. And you try to recreate it
Of course.
whatever. And like, no, let's go. Hey guys, remember we should go to this bar in Stanford. Remember we all used to go to? And it's like, everyone's like, I got work at 6 a.m.
I know.
I'm over this. And you're like, right, okay. But yeah, that stuff, trying to recreate it can be, and I remember for years feeling that way, like years being like, oh, remember 2012?
I know.
And we would all be
I
like,
know.
yeah.
But isn't it funny how like both of us have said it felt sad. It felt like a letdown.
Yep.
I think people either skip to anger or they skip to activity of like, well, we'll do it this way instead. How about we just do this? How about we instead of just going, wow, I really feel sad. And that's the lesson here, is that I'm allowed to feel sad and move on and see what else finds its way in.
Yeah, and make new memories.
I know. And guess what? They're not bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, I will never regret the things that happened in the past few years that weren't how my parents used to do things. And you just don't, I remember this year, they have probably 60, between them and me, 60 enormous crates of Christmas decorations.
60?
Yeah. And I'm very organized. It's all very organized. I know what's in each. And I felt almost a betrayal if I didn't put everything out. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I'm going to see what it feels like to look at everything, go through the boxes, and just take out the stuff that's speaking to me. And again, it's like a slow process. It's sad. It's whatever it is. And like, the house looks so nice. But I noticed just by even looking at the stuff, it felt like I honored their things or their memories. I'm like, oh, so it doesn't have to look, the house doesn't have to look like they had it. It has to feel like I'm having them in my mind when I'm doing this stuff, at least for now. Maybe someday I won't even feel like that it's just enough to be like, oh, it's fine. It's cute this way. But I like just going, you work through it, you have some chance of growth. The thing when you're kind of telling your family they have to do certain things, no growth. Well, what's more healthy, growth or no growth? I think we all know.
Growth.
Thank you. Wow, you won.
I did it? Did I get it right?
Yes, you ding, ding, ding. Where's
Growing
the buzzer?
my breast tissue.
Oh, my God.
But no, it's like...
Okay, go ahead.
You give yourself... like for example, this happened recently. My buddy's wife turned 40. And he threw like an old school, got a food truck. And he said, no kids. They all have kids. He's like... Get babysitters. We're having an old school adult beer pong. There was a list. Like it was fantastic. I was playing video games upstairs with my buddies, and like that's a brand new memory that now I'll think about all the time. And it was great, and it's more fun now because those moments are few and far between.
I think
it's not every weekend.
I think you're right. I think part of it is that the less is more proves that it is really more because. Oh, wow. Now I fully remembered that. Also, it's like letting things happen naturally. He wasn't forcing anything. Remember last year for my birthday, I was like, I don't really want to do anything. I was like, I don't know. And my friend Bonnie's really bougie. So she's like, what's your favorite restaurant? I'm like, oh, John George or Danielle. But I don't want to be fancy. Like, that's just not me anymore. And it occurs to me out of nowhere, I want to have like a thing where I hire a dancer who knows how to do line dances, not country or anything, but like funny, like ballroomy, line dancey things. And I like put everyone on the list who I have a big, feeling towards, like who are just fun and funny and cool. And I was like, oh, that came because I was on the inside making happen how I felt on the inside. Like playful, fun, not in the least traditional, like anything I've ever had before. And I'm like, oh, that wouldn't have happened if I was forcing something else. And that's what these traditions do sometime. So it's piss in the stuffing is what I have to say.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Do we have one more?
Yeah, one more. Melanie from Brookline, Massachusetts.
Yes.
Nice, wealthy area. My birthday has always been a big deal to me, and I love to celebrate it with my friends and family. My wife diminishes it now, saying I'm 42. This is kind of funny. I'm 42, and one adult still cares so much about their birthday. It's a little fucked up.
I know.
It was wanting to celebrate your birthday childish at a certain age. Thanks, Melanie.
I don't think it's childish. I think if it's a thing where you're making everyone else do the work and make it special for you and you're not doing anything to help yourself. I used to have a friend who every year she wanted her birthday enormous, but was willing to do nothing to make it happen. So it fell to like 6 people to like, make the magic happen for Sophie. Just make the magic happen. And we're like, but we don't even like her that much. Okay, but like we got to make the magic happen. And eventually it was my job, because I'm the least codependent of the group. I just go, guess what? Guess what I'm happy doing for old Soph? She's getting a fucking dinner out at some fucking restaurant that we all like and cake at my house. And do you know, ever since then, I haven't resented her at all. I've had a great time doing it because it's on my terms. Because if I'm doing all the work, I'm going to do it the work that I like, which is hosting games and cake and stuff at my house. So I think with this, it's like, it's not foolish to love your birthday. I used to think that. I was like, oh, these fucking jerks who have to, oh, you're so special. It's your birthday. But then you're like, it's the one thing you got. God bless.
Yeah.
Also, P.S., that's a whole nother subject. People thinking that's all they have. Like the other 364 days are pretty big too. So stop being an asshole. So first of all, what's his name? This homo?
No, it's
this
a
clam.
Woman.
This
Melanie.
clam. Hey, Melanie. No, this clam needs to make all the other days feel a little elevated and not feel like that's your one day and the rest days are shit. That's sometimes the problem with birthday people. I also don't like birthday people who go, it's my birthday month. No. You get one fucking day, and it doesn't have to be the day of. It could be a Saturday or Sunday around it, but it can't be a birthday month. Nobody likes you that much.
That's disgusting.
I know. I hate those people. So I think it's okay to be a birthday person, but also you have to kind of share the load. You can't make it be, well, my friends know this about me, so they have to do it. No, they don't. They leave you in the dust, bitch.
Yeah. It's, I mean, I know for me, for my birthday, because I don't have big immediate family, I would always use my birthday just as an excuse. I would plan everything, though.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't just say, yeah, it's my birthday, take me out.
No, that's not
insane.
you.
I would use it, especially as my friends got older and they got married. I would just use it as an excuse to be like, hey, we're going to dinner here.
Yes, it's a great excuse, and you make the
Tell
plan.
your wife.
You make the plan.
Yeah, put it on the calendar.
Get the where you're an asshole. Get this, Celia. This fucking guy. We say to him, look, we have this tradition you've heard about, which is the three guys and me. Every Tuesday we go to the diner, ostensibly write stuff, but it never happens. And so it's just fun. It's a little community of idiots. So Nick's birthday's like going to be on Wednesday. We meet on Tuesday. So we're like, oh, like we'll take you out for your birthday instead. And I go, you want to go to Sally's Pizza? Because it's like Connecticut's famous for pizza. And he's like, no, I just kind of want to go to the diner. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I go, sure? And he's like, yeah. Well, he picks that fucking week that he has to fucking load up. He's eating for powerlifting. He gets a steak. He gets a shrimp boat. He gets a baked potato soup. Everything in a cake. I said, this motherfucker, that's $50 fucking dollars. I don't like it. If we're gonna get pizza at Sally's, it would cost me fucking $20 each. Now we're each paying $50 fucking dollars for this
would be
guy.
more expensive.
No.
You don't think
yeah,
so?
but I would have liked it better.
Oh.
It's my birthday,
What is your
goddammit.
birthday?
The guy, he decides that's the week that protein is of the utmost importance
No,
to
can I
him.
be honest? The only reason
What
I
a
picked
fat bastard. And you want to think he also did? He did the thing where these guys who think they lift weights but are just large, he gets rice with 4 fucking eggs. It's disgusting.
Rice
Eggs.
It's
Because they
fantastic.
got a carb. What do you do with that?
I just like eggs. I just like the way it tastes.
It's stupid. Nobody likes those eggs like that.
cock.
No, what? What'd you say?
Just like cock.
I was disgusted.
See, like a fist bump me. You saw it on camera.
No one cares.
All right.
So next birthday for you, we go to Sally's
Fine.
and you pay.
What?
There you go, bitch.
No, you know what? I'll be honest. I'll tell you why I picked the diner. Simply because I don't have to dress up at the diner. Like I have to put on jeans. I just wear
Sally's, you don't
sweatpants.
exactly come there in style.
I come in jeans because I
Oh,
feel like I have
girl.
to. I feel like if I come there in a hoodie and sweat, like I'm like, you can't.
Oh, okay, so you like your. See, I like that, knowing your comfort level for how you dress,
Oh,
like at your
yeah.
parties and things.
Especially in the winter.
Yeah, you have the worst birthday, March.
March sucks because my birthday's March 12th, and literally every year on my birthday, it's either 60 degrees and sunny or a snowstorm, or you don't know what the fuck's gonna
Well, it
happen.
would cost me less to plow my driveway and to buy you a fucking steak and 4 eggs. I don't
was
like
a side steak,
Shut up.
not a
We
steak
gotta
meal.
go. So my advice to you is to say, fuck traditions, make your own, have fun, feel your feelings, and shut the fuck up and listen to our podcast. What do you say, Nick?
I agree. Thanks for listening, everyone. Oh my god.
Is that one of those fucking eggs?
This is cock. Thanks for listening. Be sure to email us your questions.
Maybe, if you want to.
If you want to, at shrinkthisShow@gmail.com. That's shrinkthisShow@gmail.com. Make sure to follow me on social media at Nick Scopes on Instagram and TikTok, and follow her, Lisa Lampanelli, at Lisa Lampanelli. And make sure to listen to Shrink This on your iHeartRadio app.
Or wherever
as is tradition.
Yes, wherever you get your other mediocre podcasts.
Yeah, wherever you get your fucking podcast. You listen to it on iHeart, because we're on iHeart, and Elvis is my uncle, and that's why I'm gay.
You wish.
Have a good night.
Bye, guys.